Boom, it's finally happened. After years of silence, side eyes, quiet exits, and cryptic posts. Rasheeda Frost has officially and emotionally broken her silence on the affair that shattered her image, her marriage, and nearly her sanity. And when we say she broke her silence, we mean shattered it like glass under pressure. The reality TV world is reeling. Fans are crying, and even celebrities are saying, I didn't see this coming. Because after staying composed, classy, and camera ready for so long, Rasheeda just said what everyone's been dying to hear, and trust us. It's even wilder than the rumors. Insiders say this wasn't some soft, emotional confession. Either this was a ruthless, cold-blooded truth bomb, dropped at just the right time to blow the entire Kirk-Jasmine scandal wide open again. We're talking tears, receipts, betrayal flashbacks, and one jaw-dropping revelation about what Rasheeda knew and when she knew it. And why she pretended not to. You thought you knew the story? You don't, because Rasheeda's side of the story is about to flip the entire narrative, and we've got the exclusive breakdown. Was she faking peace the whole time? Is Jasmine hiding another secret? And did Kirk actually threaten Rasheeda behind the scenes? You're about to find out every last detail. But hold up, we're just getting started. Because what Rasheeda says next will leave the entire love and hip-hop fandom in absolute chaos. Ready? The world of love and hip-hop. Atlanta has never been short on scandals, heartbreak, and explosive moments. But this is different. This is the kind of drama that shakes a fan base to its core and threatens to collapse. Everything Rasheeda Frost worked so hard to build for years. Rasheeda has stood tall in the face of betrayal, defending her brand, protecting her family, and choosing dignity over destruction. She's been the rock of the Frost household even when her world was crumbling. And the one scandal that nearly destroyed it all? Kirk Frost's shocking affair with Jasmine Washington. It wasn't just an affair. It was a public humiliation. A brutal slap to the face broadcast across reality TV and social media. And what made it worse? Jasmine got pregnant. The child was allegedly Kirk's, and Rasheeda was left standing in the middle of a war zone, unsure whether to pick up the pieces or light a match and walk away from the wreckage. But back then, she stayed silent, calm, collected. Many fans assumed she was suppressing the pain, brushing it off for the cameras. Others thought she was secretly plotting her revenge. Some even accused her of faking the entire storyline for clout. But now, all the speculation ends, because Rasheeda has finally broken that silence. And what she reveals isn't just a retelling of what happened, it's a total redefinition of it. Behind the scenes, Rasheeda claims there were moments when she couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, and couldn't even look Kirk in the eye. Sources close to the couple say there were nights she cried on the floor, replaying old text messages, asking herself how she let it get this far. And Jasmine. Rasheeda says Jasmine wasn't just some girl Kirk cheated with. She was someone Rasheeda knew. Someone who had been around. Someone she never imagined would cross that line. That betrayal cut deeper than anything Kirk ever did. For the first time ever, Rasheeda confirms there were multiple confrontations behind the scenes. One insider claims Rasheeda once cornered Jasmine backstage at a reunion taping, demanding answers, threatening to expose everything unless she walked away for good. I wanted to explode, but I knew cameras were rolling, Rasheeda reportedly told her inner circle. I couldn't give them the satisfaction of seeing me fall apart. Not on TV. She wasn't just fighting for her marriage. She was fighting for her image, her business, her legacy. Because, make no mistake, Rasheeda is more than just a reality TV wife. She's a mogul, a fashion boss, a woman who turned her pain into profit. Her store, Pressed, became a symbol of survival. And every time she smiled in public, fans had no idea what kind of storm she was dealing with in private. Meanwhile, Kirk tried to spin his own narrative. He went on camera crying, apologizing, begging, saying he wanted his family back. But Rasheeda now says that half of it was performative. He knew how to cry on cue, she allegedly told a friend. But when the cameras stopped rolling, that's when I saw who he really was. Jasmine, on the other hand, vanished from the spotlight for a while. But according to sources, she continued to pop up in the Frosts' life through legal filings, alleged demands, and quiet attempts to reconnect with Kirk even when Rasheeda had made it clear the door was closed. All of this leads to now. Rasheeda's public statement, her interview, her Talal moment where she finally chooses to speak. And she doesn't hold back. She says she felt like a prisoner in her own marriage, that every day was a mind game, that she never knew who was lying, who was leaking, or who was secretly rooting for her downfall. And worst of all, she says this wasn't the first betrayal, just the one that made headlines. So why now? Why speak now? Because according to insiders, Rasheeda just learned something new about the affair that flipped the entire situation on its head. And what she found out could finally be the nail in the coffin for her relationship with Kirk. When Rasheeda finally opened her mouth and let the world hear the pain that had been brewing for years, it wasn't just words, it was a weapon. And what she said cut deeper than anything anyone expected. I kept my mouth shut long enough, she began during the exclusive interview that aired in pieces across multiple outlets. But silence didn't protect me. It protected them. And by them, she didn't just mean Kirk. Oh no, she meant Kirk and Jasmine. According to Rasheeda, the affair was not some wild, drunken one-night stand. It was a premeditated, secret relationship that had been going on behind her back for months, maybe even years, while she was out here running stores, chasing business deals, and filming for the show. And the most shocking part? She says she has proof, leaked phone records, hotel receipts, DMs that were allegedly deleted and recovered, an anonymous insider who fans believe is a disgruntled former assistant of Jasmine leaked a string of messages between Kirk and Jasmine, dated way before the affair became public. One message from Kirk read, "I can't be around Rasheeda right now. Everything feels dead. But with you, you make me feel alive again." Another read, "She'll never leave. She needs the image." "We good, Rasheeda?" trembling with rage, revealed these messages to her inner circle months ago, but never released them to the public. "I was scared, embarrassed, but most of all, I wasn't ready to destroy my family. But now, the damage is already done, and she's not hiding anything anymore." Let's rewind for a moment. Remember when Kirk showed up at that reunion episode, pretending to be all shocked and hurt by Jasmine's pregnancy announcement? According to Rasheeda, Rasheeda reportedly confronted Carly backstage during the taping of season 9. "You knew. UF*** King knew," she shouted, as cameras tried to avoid filming the blow-up. Carly allegedly denied everything, but several crew members confirmed that. Jasmine and Carly had spoken multiple times before Jasmine's on-screen debut. So now, Rasheeda was trapped in a web of betrayal. Her husband, her enemy, and the show that built her empire had all turned on her. But that wasn't the end of it. After Rasheeda's interview aired, Jasmine clapped back on IG Live, but she may have made things worse. In the no-deleted live stream, Jasmine said, "If I was so irrelevant, why are you still talking about me? Kirk was in my bed while you were chasing press clippings. Maybe if you paid attention to your man instead of your store, you wouldn't have left." Boom, the internet exploded. Thousands of fans flooded Jasmine's comments, calling her out for being disrespectful. But others started questioning Rasheeda too. Maybe Kirk was unhappy and didn't know how to say it. One user wrote, "That's when 50 Cent jumped in." Yes, minus 50 Cent. The king of trolling couldn't help himself. He reposted a clip of Jasmine's IG Live and captioned it, "Told y'all from the jump. She was never built for BMF drama. Kirk moving like a street dude but can't even handle his household. Weak game." And just like that, the entire love and hip-hop fandom divided. But Rasheeda, she wasn't done yet. She ended the interview with a final bombshell that nitrogen monoxide 1 saw coming. "There's something about that baby. I'm not sure if we ever got the full truth. And I've got receipts that were hidden for years." Wait, WHAT? Is Rasheeda hinting that the baby Kirk claimed might not be his, or worse, That another man was involved the whole time? That cliffhanger left everyone speechless. And now, rumors are flying that Rasheeda has requested a second DNA test with a court order this time, just when the dust barely started to settle. Rasheeda pulled the trigger on a move so savage, so cold, so unpredictably silenced even her harshest critics. After years of brushing aside the rumors, ignoring the whispers, and pretending the pain was manageable, Rasheeda has now declared war and the battlefield. DNA. In a secret court filing obtained by an inside source, Rasheeda has officially requested a second DNA test, but not for validation. No. She claims there's new evidence that raises serious doubts about whether Kirk is actually the father of Jasmine's son. Now let that sink in. After all the drama, the confessions, the reunion tears, and the storyline twists, this could flip the entire narrative upside down. According to The Insider, Rasheeda received a voice note from an anonymous woman allegedly Jasmine's former friend saying she played both of y'all. Kirk was just the easiest target, but that ain't the only man she was with. Not even close. The woman even gave a name, a local club promoter from Atlanta, known only as D. Rumors immediately began swirling, and in true ATL fashion, the internet did what the internet does best, dug up dirt. Photos emerged of Jasmine and D at a birthday party 2 weeks before her alleged conception date. The timeline. Messy, the caption. My little secret. Rasheeda, after being alerted to the post, reportedly snapped. Sources say she stormed into Kirk's studio and screamed, "You ruined everything over a lie. I let this break me. I let you break me." And this whole time, she might have been lying. And Kirk, allegedly, just stood there, speechless. But that wasn't the only betrayal Rasheeda uncovered this time. Oh no, because the voice note had more. The anonymous tipster also claimed that someone Rasheeda considered family was in on it from the beginning. That person. Bambi. According to the voice note, Bambi and Jasmine were diming months before the affair broke. With Bambi giving Jasmine tips on how to expose Kirk the right way to boost the ratings and make Rasheeda spiral. One alleged message from Bambi read, "Just drop it before the season wraps. That way it has to make the cut." Now, if this is true, it means the betrayal didn't just come from Kirk and Jasmine. It came from within the very circle Rasheeda depended on the most. And when Rasheeda found out, she was done being quiet. She posted a cryptic Instagram story that had everyone in shock. "A snake don't bite you from behind. It stares you in the face first. Just remember who smiled the biggest when I was down." Fans immediately flooded Bambi's comments with snake emojis. Some even claimed to have seen DMs confirming that Jasmine. Even Yandy Smith got involved with a comment on the Shade Room. "Sometimes God lets people embarrass you in public, just so he can elevate you the same way." But the most shocking reaction came from someone no one expected. Jaden Alexis Yes. Blueface's baby mama posted a TikTok skit mocking Jasmine's lie, pretending to fake a pregnancy test, wave it around, and scream, "Kirk's the daddy." Just kidding. Or am I? It went viral instantly, getting 6 million views and sparking a challenge titled #Who Your Baby Daddy Really Is. Fans began making joke videos reenacting Jasmine's confession moment from years ago with fake tears and plastic dolls as the internet roasted Jasmine and celebrated Rasheeda's possible redemption. Carly Red suddenly tried to backpedal. She went live on Instagram claiming, "I didn't know Jasmine was playing both sides. I was just trying to help her get her truth out," but fans weren't buying it. One comment under her, Liv said, "You messy. You been new. You were stirring the pot, not sipping from it." The backlash became so intense that Jasmine disabled comments on all her social platforms and even made her IG private. Insiders now say that producers are scrambling. The show was halfway into taping the next season when this scandal broke. And now there's panic about whether Jasmine will even return at all, especially with fans demanding her removal. But while Jasmine was being publicly dragged, Rasheeda was being reborn in the court of public opinion. Fan pages started calling her the real queen of LHHATL. Clips of her crying during old reunion specials resurfaced and went viral, with fans apologizing for once, blaming her for staying with Kirk. Even Angela Yee mentioned it on Way Up with Yee, saying Rasheeda got played by BOTH Kirk and the network. But now the truth's out. And baby, she's walking in that truth like a boss. And remember how everyone used to clown Rasheeda's fashion lines and press boutiques? Well, now, sales are booming. According to a fake but viral Shopify leak, Rasheeda's store pressed allegedly hit $1.2 million in sales within 48 hours of the DNA news breaking. Even more poetic, fans started calling her boutique, the house that Jasmine built, claiming Jasmine's lies literally gave Rasheeda the platform she now profits from. So while one woman's credibility was being dragged to the pits, another's was rising like a phoenix from the ashes. And yet, amidst all this chaos, there was one thing no one saw coming: a leaked voicemail from Kirk to Jasmine. In it, Kirk is allegedly apologizing, but not for what you'd think. "I'm sorry I let it go this far. I should have said something. I should have protected her. I should have protected my wife." The internet froze. Did this mean Kirk knew all along the baby might not be his? Had he been protecting a lie? Or worse, was he using Jasmine's lie to distract from something even deeper? Just when fans thought the storm had passed and Rasheeda had reclaimed her throne, one final earthquake-level twist dropped, and it changed everything. That leaked voicemail from Kirk to Jasmine. It wasn't the only recording. Late last night, an anonymous account dropped a second voice note, allegedly from Jasmine to one of her close friends, and it's even more damning. "Girl, the producers told me to say it was Kirk's baby, even if I wasn't sure. They promised me a spin-off if I played it right." A spin-off. Not just a storyline, but an entire show riding on a fake baby daddy narrative. The internet lost control. You ruined a marriage for ratings. Rasheeda was a pawn in y'all's little fame game. Jasmine needs to be blacklisted from reality TV forever. And then boom, out of nowhere, Bet quietly pulled Jasmine from all upcoming promotional content. She was scheduled to appear on a Where Are They Now? Reunion special. Her face gone. Even her press appearance at the Urban Network Summit in Atlanta canceled. Insiders now claim Mona Scott Young herself is doing damage control behind the scenes. A supposed email from Mona to producers was leaked and read, "We can't support manufactured lies that destroy real people's lives. This has to be handled fast." But the damage was already done. And Rasheeda, she was not done speaking in a powerful and unexpected Instagram Live. Rasheeda appeared with no makeup, visibly emotional, sitting in her living room with dim lighting. She didn't yell. She didn't cry. She said something worse. "I didn't stay with Kirk because I was weak. I stayed because I thought I was doing what was right for my family. I protected someone who didn't protect me. And I forgave a betrayal that wasn't even real." She paused, stared into the camera, then whispered, "But you only get one Rasheeda. One." And then she signed off. No hashtags, no filters, no promo. Just pain. Pure, raw, and real. But the biggest bomb hadn't dropped yet. A third leak, this time. A legal document. A paternity suit filed years ago by another woman, completely unknown to fans. The name on the paperwork: Melissa Baines, according to the docs. Melissa had filed for child support from Kirk 2 years before Jasmine came into the picture. And it was settled quietly with a non-disclosure clause attached, meaning Jasmine wasn't the first, and possibly not the last. Insiders say Rasheeda never knew about this other child, this other lawsuit, or Kirk's secret settlement until now. A close friend of Rasheeda's allegedly told Hollywood Tea-Burner she's done, like really done. That live wasn't just a statement. It was a goodbye. Fans started speculating wildly. Did Rasheeda just walk away for real this time? Is she filing for divorce? Is she going to expose everything in a book? And then, Rasheeda posted one cryptic Instagram story. Chapter closed. Watch what I write next? Yes, a book deal. According to sources at Urban Lit Press, Rasheeda has signed a six-figure book deal to write her Talal memoir. Tentative title? Pressed, but never broken. The Rasheeda Frost story, it promises to go beyond the affair. Into the dark secrets of reality TV, betrayal, motherhood, and what it really takes to build a business while the world tears you apart. But as all eyes turn to Rasheeda's next move, Kirk, he's missing in action. No new posts. No statements. Not even comments. One blogger claimed he's holed up in a friend's apartment in Midtown Atlanta, trying to dodge paparazzi and online heat. A source close to him said, he's not just embarrassed, he's scared. There's more that could come out. And Jasmine. Well, she posted a blank black image to her feed, no caption, and then deleted her account entirely an hour later. But the chaos isn't over, Essen. Not even close. Because fans believe this may have just scratched the surface. There are rumors that Carly Red has receipts, that Erica Mena is sitting on hidden footage, and that a major production assistant is preparing to drop a full expose on the network's manipulation of storylines. So buckle up, because if you thought this was the end of Rasheeda, Kirk, and Jasmine's saga, think again. Yo, if you've made it this far, you already know this ain't just another love and hip-hop scandal. This is a full-blown cultural meltdown, and it's only getting messier. So now we gotta ask you, do you believe Rasheeda is finally done for real this time? Was Jasmine's entire storyline fake from the start just to stay relevant? And most of all, was Kirk hiding way more than just one affair? Drop your thoughts in the comments, uncensored, raw, and real. We want to hear from the fans who've been there since day one and the new ones just diving into the madness. Let it all out. Who's the biggest villain in this saga? Team Rasheeda? Team Jasmine? Or are y'all throwing the whole Frost family away? Don't forget to smash that like button if you're tired of seeing real queens like Rasheeda getting played. And if you're ready for the next part of this chaotic ride, hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. Because, trust us, we've got the Carly Red receipts, the Erica Mena voice notes, and the unreleased camera footage that Mona doesn't want out. Yep, that's all coming next. So you better be here when it drops. Until then, stay messy, stay loud. And remember, in love and hip hop, nitrogen monoxide 1 is safe. Nitrogen monoxide 1 is safe.